beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zita, and if you're new to this channel, you are welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking down my box braid, and I'll be walking you through my takedown process and what a normal takedown process looks like, and also all the products I use during takedown. So I have had these box braids for 3.5 months, which is 3 months 2 weeks, and I normally keep my protective style for at least 2 to 3 months or a maximum of 4 months. And during that process, I still wash and deep condition my hair every 2 weeks. I really try to do it every 2 weeks, but if you are the type that your hair doesn't easily get dandruff, you can really skip the process of washing your protective style if that really works for you. For me, I easily get dandruff, and I just think it works best for me when I wash my hair in protective style. And honestly, also what I've noticed is I really do see a lot of length retention when I have my hair in protective style, because guys, the more you avoid touching your hair or manipulating your hair results to breakage. And so while I don't touch my hair or play with my hair, I usually see a lot of length retention during that process. So I try to keep in my protective style for at least 2 to 3 months or a maximum of 4 months. That is what I've noticed works best for me. So I would say just go ahead and do what best for you, because I know some people have like very fine hair and protective styling or long protective styling is not for them. So if you think that's the hair type you have, please stick with what works for you. But personally, I think doing a protective style like having braids while putting tension on your hair and taking it down again after a week or two is just a lot for my own hair. So some of the products I like to use while taking down my hair is just having water in a spray bottle. But in this spray bottle, I have a tea I made a week ago and I have to throw it away. Next, I like to use my ORS hair moisturizer. Like, this product gives my hair a lot of sleeps. Or if you don't have it, you can use any conditioner of your choice, which I'll also be showing you how you can use a conditioner. And that is it. What I do is just to use the tea rinse or just water in my hair and just mist my hair. The goal here is just to mist your hair so your hair is not dry. And then you apply I also like to apply a little bit of oil. And my oil in preference for this video is whipped shea butter, and I like using shea butter. And the purpose of using a bit of oil while taking down my braid is just for me to have like some oils there to retain the moisture of the spraying in my hair. And guys, you can use any oil of your choice. So here is the first tip to taking down your hair. For me, before you take down your hair, try to moisturize and seal your protective style a couple of days before your takedown day. Guys, I've noticed like when you do this, your hair absorbs the moisture and the oil, and it leaves your hair very soft. It just makes the takedown process very, very easy as to when you are taking down your hair when it's dry, bristle. And more so, also make sure your fingers are not dry when taking down your protective style, because if your hair is dry and your finger is dry, you are calling for breakage. I kid you not, you are calling for breakage. That is why I like to use any tea. You can use tea, you can use water, you can use any leave-in conditioner to just mist your hair. Then you apply a little bit of oil, and once you take down your braids, I'm going to be showing you that in a minute. Like, because I wash my hair every 2 weeks, my scalp is really clean and I don't use a lot of heavy oil on my hair. So the demarcation spot between your braid and your new growth, I basically don't have a lot of build up there. And if I have build up there, my build up is really, really soft. It's not dry and crusty and you need to take a whole lot of time to detangle it. You can see my build up is very, very soft. I just need to finger detangle that a little bit, and guys, you are good to go. So once I finger detangle it, this is where I used a moisturizer, because as I said, I don't want to work with my hair when it's really, really dry. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of moisturizer on that section. Then I still use my finger to do a lot of detangling. I do a lot of detangling because it's either you're taking out shedded hair or you're taking out breakage. Or see, your hair will definitely break, right? And your hair will definitely shed. So you just try your best to reduce that as much as possible, because for me it's best if I have shaded hair as compared to having a lot of breakage. So the difference between shaded hair and breakage is that your hair will just break at any point, like if it's so weak. But with shaded hair, your hair will off root from the bottom, which means you still have a little bit of the white dot at the tip of your hair. So once I finger detangle that very well, I'll be using a white tooth comb to just detangle the smaller section. And once I'm done, I just send that to the side and I continue with the next braid. Another tip when it comes to taking down your braid or protective style is to avoid getting your hair soakingly wet while combing or detangling. Guys, that is why I said I either use my tea rinse or leave-in or water, but the goal is just to mist my hair, because when your hair is soakingly wet, it can like worsen the matting, like your hair mat up while in protective style, and it puts your hair at a weaker state. So it's best when you don't manipulate your hair when it's really wet and without any product. So I like to detangle my hair when it's just slightly, I mean really slightly wet and not soakingly wet. And as you can see, I also like to finger detangle a lot. And then in this process also, I'll be showing you how you can use any conditioner of your choice. It really doesn't matter, any cheap conditioner that gives you some slip. I'll be showing you how I use the Tresemme in this video, but my favorite is to use my ORS. So but both just do the same thing, but the Tresemme doesn't give me the slip and the moisture I get when I use ORS. So still, I just apply the conditioner the same way I do with the ORS. Just make sure your hair absorbs it while you still use your finger to detangle. Then after that, you'll be using your white tooth comb, and the white tooth comb I'm using is from Cantu. I got mine from the Cantu. Their white tooth comb, I like it, so I've been using it for a while. And then you just make sure you detangle your hair from the tips to the root. And that brings me to another point, guys. Make sure you detangle from your tips and work your way down to the root. Avoid just ripping your hair from the root, because from the root is where you have like a lot of tangles. So you don't just want to send it to the root and just comb your hair to the tips. You are calling for breakage. But make sure you comb from the tip and then work your way gradually to the root. And in between that time, if you see any tangles or any knot, just stop, to use your finger to unravel it. And as I take down my hair, if you feel like your hair is turning out to be a little bit dry, just use your spray and just spread it a little bit and then continue to take down your braids. So as you can see, I'm undoing my hair from the beginning of my braid. I'm not cutting out any strand out, and the reason is because my hair is pretty long, in as much as it's not long as the braid, but my hair is pretty long. But because I have a black braid and my hair is black, it's really hard for me to tell where my hair ends. And in order not to be sad at myself or angry at myself for trimming my hair, I just undo my hair from the beginning. Guys, that's the reason why I'm not showing you any scissors to cut your hair. But if your hair is short and you can tell where your hair ends from your braid, please, in order to save time, just cut it a couple of inches after your own hair. Like if your hair ends like in the middle, go a little bit down and then cut it, and then you start to unravel. That will really help you save time. Also, another tip when it comes to taking down your protective style and avoiding a lot of breakage is to make use of your fingers, guys. Use your fingers as much as possible to detangle your hair, especially when you have a lot of build-up, or when you're not really just sure how much matted your hair is. Make sure you use your fingers to detangle your hair properly before using any comb. This will really help you to the finger detangling process will really help you to remove all the matted hair in between your hair. And as you can see, I have a little bit of build-up, but because I don't use a lot of heavy oil, my build-up are really soft and easy to detangle. And if you feel like your build-up or your hair is dry, just mist it a little bit. I say mist, I didn't say get your hair soaking wet. Then use any moisturizer of your choice and just moisturize it in that area. and of course use your finger to do the job before using a wide tooth comb. Also, I'll advise you make sure to detangle in smaller section, as it makes the job really easy, and of course it's easier to work in smaller section than just working on your entire hair at a time. So each time I take a braid, if you have noticed, I make sure I finger detangle that particular braid. I detangled it, then I just add it to the rest of the already detangled hair and I place it to the side. I really avoid detangling everything at a time. And once you have your hair properly detangled, take it to the side and avoid touching that particular hair again. So taking down your hair will really definitely take you a lot of time. So what you need is to be patient and just dedicate that entire day or time, or whatever time you're dedicating for your hair. Just be patient and do it gradually. And also, I try to avoid taking down my entire hair before detangling. That just saves me even time. But if you are the type that you like to take out all your braids before you detangle, here is a tip you can try. Once you take down all your braids, right, just still pack all your hair back up and then take out each hair like in smaller section as your braid and then work with them like that. You're just basically doing the process twice, but it's best if you detangled your hair properly and in smaller section before you just dash into the shower. Because guys, if you just take down your braid and you get into the shower and before you know it, you pour water on your braid, the matted hair will be double the struggle. Honestly, the matted hair will be double the struggle, and while ripping your hair, you'll be seeing shaded hair. You'll also be experiencing a lot of breakage. So this is the last section of our braid. So I'm going to mix that up a little bit because by the time I got to the end, my hair was a little bit dry, and then I used my finger to finger detangle it again. Then I use a wide tooth comb to comb my hair. So as I said, I have had this protective style for 3 months and 2 weeks, and so you'll be seeing a lot of shedded hair and a little bit of some breakage, and it will be a little bit more than someone that took out the hair in 1 month, because your shedded hair accumulates in your protective style when you don't take it down. So you will definitely see a little bit more shedded hair than if I had taken out my hair once it was still 1 month old. And also because my hair is a little bit long, I don't really consider my hair very long, but my hair is a little bit long, so the shaded strands are also longer, which will make the hair I will have at the end of this video a little bit much. But honestly, for 3.5 months it was just enough hair. So that is how I take down my hair. I hope some of these tips I shared really did help you when it comes with you taking down your hair. And I forgot to mention that in this process of taking down my hair, I was 59 weeks post relaxer, like 59 weeks post relaxer, which is 1 month and 1 year and a few months. And guys, I'm really excited to relax my hair and see how much length I have retained. I'm really praying I don't see a lot of breakage, or I experience like a, what is it again, I just experienced some breakage, which will result to me to cut more hair than I'm hoping. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I also hope these my tips and tricks help you when it comes to taking down your protective style. And if you did like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you guys in my next video.